Dulcet lute music plays us into a classic storybook, opening as pages flip of aged parchment. We zoom into the storybook, entering the fantasy scene as we see three bards traveling down the road. Hi, my name is Bob.
I'm John.
And with us today is writer Reid Carter, our friend who we play D&D with.
Yes, that's me. Hello.
Hello. So, if it wasn't obvious by the intro, you've brought a sort of a fantastical story idea for us. If you would like to explain what you're thinking about for our story this week.
Yeah, I figured since part of how we know each other is that we play Dungeons and Dragons together, so would be a good topic for us to take on as a high fantasy adventure. Group going on a quest together and I don't know, slaying a dragon, finding a thing, defeating a guy.
I was going to say, slaying a dragon isn't anything that you guys have done.
It's on our list.
It's on the list.
We'll get there.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's that game called? Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons, and more dungeons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so my first question when you suggested this is, are we going for silly trope subversion, or do you want to make the best serious high fantasy thing that you can?
I think that's an interesting question, because I feel like for most of the actual best high fantasy things, they are also functioning as subversive versions of the thing. There are some that play it completely straight, but most of the really good fantasy works have stuff in there that is kind of winking, that knows what it is. It might still be very earnest about it, but it's also they tend to play with the tropes of the genre in order to make a good example of the genre.
Why are we specifically equipped to tell the story? What is the thing that is the hook of this fantasy specifically?
I think the best fantasy, and sci-fi too, the best genre stuff that's kind of stealthily about today, even though it's dealing with more fantastical, crazy settings. It is something that speaks more directly to stuff that's going on right now. At least that's the stuff I tend to be drawn to. So
yeah, no, very much. I appreciate a Discworld.
Yeah.
That is, we can't be as good as Terry Pratchett, but we can make something.
So Bob, I will prompt because I believe the first question is the Who. The Who are a character. So I think we should start there, figuring out who's populating this world, because you want to make these stories about characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Reid, who when you came to us with the idea, what's the ideal character? What's the first character you thought of when you think of high fantasy? Or what's the character that you want to see here?
Character I want to see here. I feel like you want some sort of a go-to a quote unquote everyman, though that doesn't mean a man. It means more someone who's relatable in the way that they are kind of simple and out of their depths, and adjusting to the higher than the crazy circumstances that they're getting thrown into. A Frodo type, maybe, or you're a Luke Skywalker, something to that effect.
Is it going to actually be a human? Are we going to make this human-centric in our everyman, or do we think we can go non-human?
Nah, I think we got to go non-human.
Gnome or we riot? A gnome. I want a gnome in this story somewhere.
Oh, there's got to be gnomes.
Yeah.
I do like.
We could be gnomes.
We could be gnomes. I like that. I like that as specifically because gnomes are often set up as sort of a more fanciful, whimsical, peaceful. We live in a little bit like hobbits in that way of just being we live in our little mushroom homes and we're very happy and chill. So I like a gnome.
So we're going for a sad orphaned or soon to be orphaned gnome character. Yes. What's this character's name?
I feel like it should be something that's weirdly nice and sweet, so that anytime something horrible happens to them, remembering their nice little gentle origins, something like Gumdrop.
What is the inciting incident? What is the thing that calls Gumdrop on this hero's quest, and who are they going to meet? Because the inciting incident might be the other band of whoever they join, which will be more characters we can come up with. But
it needs to be something that's they have to be convinced to leave their mushroom home. So
strong argument to make.
And if I lived in a mushroom, I would never leave. So it has to be something pretty dramatic.
Is the party going to be, are the main cast? Is it going to be a group of friends? Is it strangers? Are we talking people that have all been affected by whatever this is going to cause? Who are the other party members?
I think it's got to be a lot of different people. I think like maybe some of them know each other, and then others are pulled in.
Yeah, and I think a good classic fantasy trope is the and one that feels like pretty relevant to today is the found family, and meet the people that you meet on your journey becoming the most significant and deepest connections in your life. That I think that's not to get too zoomed out into the tragedy of our current American political situation, but that feels relevant to how a lot of people are having to deal with their lives right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do we want to just throw some character spaghetti at the wall?
I think that's the best way to do it right now. I think we gotta get some more characters for these guys to play around with. So we've got Gumdrop the gnome, who lives in this mushroom place. Something traumatic has happened. What's their deal? Who's their best friend? Because these stories always have someone that is there. Like Luke has what's his face? One of the X-wing pilots.
Oh,
early on in A New Hope, who disappears, right?
Yes.
Comes back to die.
Posy Petal.
Posy Petal?
Mm-hmm. That is Gumdrop's best friend. Okay. They have known each other since they were little sprouts.
Fantastic. Wait, does that insinuate that gnomes are born like plants?
Yeah.
There we go. Great.
I like that.
I love it. Yep.
They're of the earth.
That is an option for the tragedy, is the the gnome birthing fields are destroyed by a malevolent force.
Oh my God. Yes.
It's a metaphor for climate change. Yeah.
The dragon in our story is a metaphor for climate change.
Okay, so the bad guy is absolutely Benedict Cumberbatch, right?
Oh.
Is what it sounds like.
God, just typecast as a dragon over and over.
Craziness. No, I like that. So other areas that may have been affected. Do we think maybe like some doors? Let's get a dwarf in there. What's we thinking grizzled? We thinking it's a me, the dwarf character. Like we thinking that, or are we thinking subvert that expectation?
I think grizzled, but absolutely it needs to be a female dwarf with a big long beard.
Yeah.
Do you have a name in mind for your grizzled dwarf?
Oh, it needs to be something strong, like Tina.
That's your strong?
Feels like a strong name. It's got a triangle in there.
But it needs a classic, like, dwarf last name. Like
Tina, I think we pull straight from the campaign. Tina the Longstanding.
No, like, dwarf names are like Sledgehammer or, like, things like
gotcha.
that. It's more like...
I'm a bad DM, so...
You are...
Or like Stonecarver or something like that. I feel like that might actually be a straight up rip-off from Dimension 20, so maybe not.
Tina Stonecarver? Oh, is it not that one? Okay. Tina Rockhammer. What?
I said Rock Eater.
Oh, Rock Eater? Tina Rock Eater. I love it.
Yeah, that'll work.
And she has no teeth.
Well, she has rock dentures.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God. Yeah. She's just Jaws from 007. We've got the two gnomes. We've got Gumdrop and...
Posy Petal.
Not to be confused with Posey Parker. And we've got Tina Rockeater, the dwarf from the village over. And should we have a fourth one to round out the troop?
Well, I imagine it's gonna could be even bigger. You got...
Oh, yeah.
We've done a 3-person campaign for a long time, but that's on the small side, actually, for a lot of campaigns.
The Fellowship had 9.
Posey, is she going away? She's going away at the beginning.
I'm not sure.
Mm.
That wasn't firmly established. I don't know if Posey's gonna come or not. And there'll also probably be some people who like pop in and then pop out.
Sure. But we got to figure out the main core group.
Do we need a wizard?
I'm gonna put that up to Reid.
Mm.
Do we have magic in this, or do we end up having to write around that?
Or is the wizard somewhere we're gonna meet later, or we meet multiple wizards along the way with different?
The first bit of the adventure is to go and find the wizard that might have answers that ends up not having all the answers, but then just kind of hangs around and grows to like them and starts helping out.
So, but maybe like have like a healer of some sort.
I think you make the wizard the healer. I think they need to go find the wizard, and unexpectedly, they during their travels there, someone needs healed, and he heals them.
Okay. Do you have any other ideas then for this fourth party member?
I don't. Do you?
I mean, we've got the dwarf. Are we thinking that she's just like a basic fighter, barbarian type, or is she something also subverting? Like, is she an archer?
That'd be really funny. I want to see a dwarven like bow and arrow. What that setup looks like. Like, is it a normal sized bow?
No, it's one of those. It's like a Hawkeye, like tactical bow.
Right.
All right. Maybe having someone who's melee, maybe like a monk.
Okay.
Well, so far we are with a lot of small races.
Right.
Do we want to stick with that? Is this the travels of the small races, or do we want to add some tall, lanky person in as the monk?
There's something thematically interesting about having them all be small in like a David and Goliath kind of way. Like the little people taking on the man.
Cool. So we want a halfling, a hobbit to round out.
We can't deal with Tolkien's estate, so we're gonna go.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bleep that out. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I gotta censor a lot of what you just said.
Either that or an animal person.
Ooh, there you go.
Because I would always love like either a rabbit or a rat or a frog.
Oh, bullywog.
Yeah.
All the way. Yeah.
Bullywog monk. Bullywog. Way of the lily pad monk.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. There's a lot of I can see a lot of cool scenes with like bouncing around, doing some kicks and flips.
We need it. We need a good froggy name. This bullywog, this monk bullywog, or we need a silly name that's not very froggy at all.
Yeah, I feel like it's the classic joke of they ask for the frog's name and they're like, oh well, you would normally pronounce it like unpronounceable croaking noise.
Yeah.
And they're like,
yes.
You'll be Fred now.
I think Fred is solid.
Fred is solid. No, I mean, Fred's probably pretty squishy.
Hopefully not that squishy. Got to do some fighting.
All right, so these are, I can imagine definitely these things being like adjoining, like the bullywogs live in the swamp that's near the birthing grounds where gnomes are born out of the earth. And so there's like something like that. And like maybe these dwarves are hill dwarfs, so they're not quite mountains, but they live nearby as the terrain gets a little rougher. And if our dragon is climate change, I feel like it should be a dragon that can do multiple things, like it is fire and ice, because climate change is not just about warming. It's also things are warming overall, but it also makes the colds more chaotic.
Or maybe it's just that the dragon has like set up shop nearby, and the dragon's presence has thrown like the ecosystem so out of whack.
Yeah,
it's like that's what's causing all of the trouble. So like it's consuming all of the crops and causing all like massive landslides in the mountains because it's like thrashing around, and it's a bunch of different ecological horrors that are just by the dragon being a mean, cruel dragon.
I like the idea that the dragon has a goal. It could be that there is something buried nearby, like hoard has been buried.
Yes.
It's radiating heat. It's like heating the land and then stomping on it and then cooling it and stomping it. Like it's doing a bunch of things.
Yeah, I mean, in the same way that capitalism is ultimately just trying to get capital. That's the perfect dragon is perfect.
Yeah, no,
mirror.
it's But I love the idea that there is something buried nearby all these lands, and that's why
it's digging, it's mining.
It's mining. It's fracking.
Fracking.
Thank you.
Because
it's like, which awful tool are we talking about here? I can't remember.
So this is this Frack the dragon?
yes.
Frackle Rock.
Absolutely. A dragon named Frack. That's perfect.
All right. So all of these races, they're going about, little communities going about their day-to-day life, and there's the disruption is noticed. They've been, I feel like we open with some talking about like the weather's been really unpredictable lately, and then it's like a day to go out and pluck new gnomes, and they haven't grown or they've shriveled, and it's just
God. I'm just imagining the visual of shriveled gnome
well,
babies.
I feel like you wouldn't see the baby, you would see like the flower that the baby's inside, and it's just like dried.
I feel like if you're doing that, you need to have the first couple of scenes be like the day before this all starts, and you need to see the normal, like you need to see what the environment is like before the dragons before Frack starts fracking. So I would say like you start out with a day like kind of day in the lifestyle where you're going.
It's very like, hi, my name is Gumdrop. This is my life. Like you have that voiceover of like, this is what things were.
Oh, we do full blown Suicide Squad shit. You're right. I don't know
that, or it's a completely separate narrator who's introducing you to the world.
Or you could do you're opening on like a scene, and it is a previous harvest, like years earlier.
Yeah.
You get to see.
Oh, you see the main character's harvest.
That's a good call.
You see the main character's parents pulling them up out of the ground, and Polly, God, what's her name? She's the one I
Posy Petal?
Posy Petal. They were in the same class of Patch.
They grew from like the same little
area.
They have
the same harvest.
And the parents are like,
and so you see that, and you see Tina Rock Eater like as a little as a younger dwarf, like very young, because they live a while, right? Is that a thing?
This is our world. We're not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're not beholden to. Turtles don't drop dead at the age of 50 in our world.
Wizards of the Coast. Beat your heart
you see. Yeah, Tina like doing some like getting trained how to dig and being told about like responsible ways to mine.
And she keeps using her teeth.
And they're like,
my God, does she have pica?
You see her lose her first tooth because she is eaten.
Yeah, and then we see. I feel like we need an early view at Frack. Like, do we get something early on a Frack?
I think
leave it as a mystery?
We have to leave that as a mystery. We might get a flashback later.
Okay.
We see
so the
things
same
about
time
Frack.
period.
Yeah. But like there's Harvest Day. We travel a little and we see the frogs spawning and like tadpoles swimming around and growing, coming up onto land, and like one.
You see one particularly bouncy tadpole.
Yeah, one tadpole is doing like little things like pew, 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 pew. early monk attributes, and then we go up a little bit more into the hills and we see Tina, and then it transitions.
10, 15, whatever, how many years later that they're old enough that they're like young adult characters.
Yeah, like you're 16 to 18 years later. These are, but well, it depends how evil and cruel is the world that they are going out to fight in, and are any of our young protagonists going to be suffering greatly?
I feel like with the setup that we did, it allows you to have it be far enough in the process of Frack to be doing his thing that, like, of course he's he's been at it long enough that it has clearly affected things for the worse.
Yeah.
So I could see you could be doing it for like a couple weeks, and it's really taken like the crop this year didn't make it for the gnomes, and the pond where the bullywugs dried up and stuff.
And the dwarves are mining, and they find this just like huge gaping wound in the earth, and they're like, we didn't do this. What did this? And it's like, And then after they find that, then rocks start coming down from the mountain and crushing their hills.
I had a thought about the dwarves, which is that it's not that they get the earth exposed, but instead so Frack is trying to find whatever his treasure is.
His hoard of black
earth,
gold,
right?
Obviously.
And what he's shaking loose shakes it loose enough in the minds of the dwarves that they actually find it.
Ooh.
So that's how they find out what is being, they can put the dots together later of what he's looking for.
Yeah, because they don't understand that it's precious.
Yeah.
They're just like, this is weird stuff.
Whereas the dwarves would know. They would know as soon as they see it. They'd be like, oh, yeah, that's the thing. That's the, oh, man, okay. But then they, also know, this is a vital resource or something. You can't take this.
Well, yeah, if you take it, it would collapse the mountain, and it would destroy their lives and upset the
stakes,
necessary ecosystem of the surrounding area.
Ecosystem, we could also say that it's also sort of a holy thing. Because a lot of mining is happening in places that are holy spaces.
Yeah.
So it's they're like, oh, we found, it's been revealed, this is the ancient burial grounds of our ancestors, and that important stuff. It's like, oh, this is important holy stuff.
So they know it's there ahead of time, and then
maybe it was something that was like a fable and it got lost. It's like the creation story of dwarves is that these dwarves worked hard and their bodies calcified and we built everything off of them, and it can get more fantastical or not. The whole earth formed around these hardworking dwarves, and so it's that thing that you heard as a child, and then it's oh, it's really here. This is the resting place of the ancients, and so they're like, oh, this holy thing, and then after some of the story, we find out that it's what the dragon is looking for, and they're like, oh no, he can't take that. It's important to us culturally, and he doesn't care because he wants it.
He needs to add it to his hoard.
He wants it so bad. So what's the first meeting between our heroes, our intrepid heroes? What is that first meeting? Are they familiar with each other, or are the neighboring areas kind of desperate from each other? Do they not really interact, and so they wouldn't know each other? And the only reason they come together is they've been picked by their peoples.
Personally, I think that there's friendly trade amongst them, and I think it's sort of the whole communities are brought together by the two tragedies and the one discovery. It's they know something's going on, so the communities are gathering, and then these are the people who are
we'll
volunteering.
go look and see what's going on.
I kind of like the idea of it. The communities are trying to come up with a very practical. We'll figure out how to solve this problem by I don't know, either fighting or something like that, and the each of our heroes are the ones who are well, maybe we should go off and do some studying. I've already forgotten the name of every single character that we've come up with over the course of the last.
We've got Gumdrop.
What did we say? 5 minutes ago? 10 minutes ago?
5 minutes ago, yeah.
But yes, Gumdrop and friends are the ones who are well, there's that crazy old wizard that lives on the other side of the mountains. Maybe if we went and consulted with him, he might have some insight.
Maybe they think he's doing it.
Ooh,
maybe you start with that. They're oh, it's the wizard's doing it.
Obviously,
clearly.
It's the evil wizard. Yeah,
it's the evil wizard up in the hills. Okay, yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah. And then when they get there, he's like, no, I've been reading all of the readouts and all of my machines. It's something bigger. I think it might be a dragon.
What's the thing they use to measure earthquakes?
Richter?
The Richter scale or whatever. Yeah, he has a bunch of those, but fantasy those.
There's a lot of orbs, blinking lights, and things making
so
shapes.
Much pondering.
Yeah.
So much pondering.
His hand is consistently on his beard.
Yes. Can we name the wizard MacGuffin?
Yes.
Okay, so we've got them going. They go to approach the wizard and be like, it's you. You're the bad guy. And he's like, no, it's not me. I'm just a feeble old man that's surprised by this just like you. And maybe on their travels there, who gets injured? Who's someone that we're going to be worried about dying? Not the main character, because it's the main character.
Posy Petal. Obviously, the best friend.
It's definitely Posy Petal.
Okay.
Yeah, so Posy Petal gets injured, and so the wizard heals her. Then maybe he suggests someone, he's like, I'm not going to go on this adventure, but you could go get this person to join you to help keep you healthy. And that's how we introduce like a healer that would then join the party, who's maybe just like a goofier character who's less grounded, but like so someone's there to pop the heals.
Ooh, wait, alternate pitch. It
Okay.
is Gumdrop who gets injured, but it was Gumdrop initially tries to convince, or like says that Posy Petal can't come because he's worried about Posy's safety, is trying to make their choices for them, and then is badly injured along the way, and Posy is the one that manages to rescue and bring Gumdrop up to all the rest of the way to the wizard.
Maybe Posy becomes the healer. He's like, she
has some latent magical ability.
Yeah, and the wizard sees this and he's like, you can help your friends. And gives her like a big book and some like an arcade focus. And so
and Posy is the stealth like co-lead of the story.
Yeah, I like the idea that in the process of, so whenever Gumdrop gets injured, they get split off from each other. So you have Posy and Gumdrop together when it happens, and then you have the others kind of off, like they got split off somehow. Like maybe they were getting chased through the forest.
Yeah,
by
Tina and Fred.
Tina and Fred. Wow. Okay. We're very high fantasy characters. We've gone full circle with the high fantasy. They're all getting chased by like creatures in the woods. Maybe it's some like dragon spawn. I don't know what minions would a dragon have.
I think it has to be. It's going to be a situation where it's like people who are like, a dragon has come and we worship the dragon, and it's not like they would ever get anything materially from the dragon, but they're just putting him up on a pedestal.
And they want to win something.
Yeah,
it's
like
cult.
No, they're just bootlickers. They're just bootlickers.
Oh my god! Why is the dragon? Where did the dragon get that big pair of boots?
Well, that's why it's looking for the solid like
to make boots.
Yeah, so I'm looking for a good boot material.
Yeah, well, there's that. Or what if it's like a group of like? I like the idea that it's something that would also still act as a red herring for the wizard being the bad guy, and so it's like maybe some like rogue thief magician type or wizard type things where they're clearly using some sort of magic, and like so they're gonna interpret that as like, oh, these are his guards or something.
Some arcane rogues.
Yeah, and then it turns out that later they find out that they can if they help the dragon, they get in on it, kind of thing. Which totally they will betray, like Dormammu and the zealots in Doctor Strange completely get betrayed and eats them or something at some point.
Yeah, well, and if we're sticking with the climate change metaphor of the dragon, it's your it's the people who are currently currently financially profiting off of climate change, but eventually
about to Ouroboros themselves.
Like eventually there will be no more planet, so that's not a long-term solution for them, but that's not
they're snake
important
people
if they get what they want for the foreseeable future.
All right, so does the wizard then have some sort of like, this is how you defeat the dragon, and is it collecting things, or is it like, what is?
I think it's like,
do we need to raise an army?
I think it's like they end up in the wizard's tower, and it's just like a classic chaotic, covered in knickknacks and books and papers, like chaos library. While they're there, they stumble across the information that is like, what is the dragon doing, that hints at what the dragon might be after, and but they do still need some sort of solution to the dragon then.
So I want to put it out there, his name's MacGuffin. I love the idea that all the knickknacks and stuff are just references and Easter eggs to other MacGuffins and like storytelling and stuff.
Absolutely, yes.
And none of them are the actual solution to the problem.
Yeah, no, it's
like
just
he doesn't actually have the solution. I love that so much more. It's like, I don't actually have, like, my name's MacGuffin and I don't know. Like I like the idea that there is no answer there. It's just he is the red herring for the group, and it's that they have to go and face Frack, because at this point, I mean, we're pretty far into the story. We're at least halfway
Yeah,
through.
this is like your classic like halfway turning point where
because the hero's been injured, he's asleep, and the supporting cast is all talking to each other.
We're getting some character growth.
This is Black Panther when he dies. Yeah. So I would say like this is like the halfway point. So we need them to realize like nobody else is going to solve this for us.
And actually, I kind of like the idea then of maybe the like way back. It was when they chose to go after the wizard. It wasn't because their communities were all like coming together and meeting and trying to face the solution head on. It was their communities were like, oh, maybe the problem will just go away, and if we just this is a new thing. It's not an issue if we'll just hang out and see how things fall. But it was this group who chose to go off on their quest to try and find a solution to it. And you end up with a kind of like by their powers combined, they are able to figure out that what it is that's causing the problem and maybe manage to get some power for themselves to go and fight it.
Maybe when she gets the magic book, when Posey gets the magic book and is like learning magic, like she sees a vision of something, or like, oh, you know what? Maybe Tina says something about like Gumdrop's knocked out, right? So the supporting cast are all talking, and Tina says something about their culture, like in the mines and like all this stuff with the dwarves. And at this point, like Posey's maybe been reading the book for a couple hours, kind of meditating and stuff. And Tina says something that triggers kind of this like vision response from Posey. And she kind of sees more about that. And that's where we maybe get into like a flashback-ish sort of thing of Frack. Because at this point, we haven't seen Frack at all.
I feel like they have some encounter with Frack. Like,
oh, like the Wicked Witch when they find the Tin Man kind of thing?
Yeah, maybe like it's like they're in the tower and then they feel something like hit the tower and the dragon's like holding onto the tower. Like,
oh, so maybe the dragon also thinks MacGuffin has something that can stop
yeah, they both came to MacGuffin for something, and MacGuffin had nothing for them. Yeah. And so he like tells them to hide, and that's like the dragon is
MacGuffin's
like,
library. Yeah,
I have heard of your great collection.
Yeah.
Yes, and so that is that.
So does MacGuffin die?
Yeah, I think MacGuffin dies. Yeah,
I think that sets the stakes pretty high. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good way. Yeah, I think that's a better way to introduce them to Frack, and they see which direction he flies off on.
All right, and so then they're on their way. There's some trials that they have to face on the road.
Well, they've faced one, so realistically, they have a second one.
Yeah, the MacGuffin wizard supporters who are actually MacGuffin dragon supporters.
Yes. So that's trial one.
Yeah. Maybe then we get something more culty, like people who worship dragons, who are like, the dragon's so powerful, he deserves all of this because he is so powerful. Who are we to say, no, you can't have these things? Like, there's, bootlickers. But
I feel like there's a really good opportunity to give the Fred is the bullywog, give them a big fight scene here, because I can imagine. So his home's currently dried up, right?
Or drying up.
So they come across a place that's like in the desert that's typically dry, right, or whatever, and it's full of water or something. And not only that, there are like water elementals that he has to fight, and he's the only one that can fight them because he can swim, and it's all like underwater type of stuff, like
the Nestle elementals. And like, I imagine that they're warlocks to the dragon. He's given them power to draw water from other places.
Oh, these are the cult. This is the cult.
Yeah.
They've spawned these elementals in the middle of the desert, these water elementals, to go and find more water in the desert. I don't know.
They're a cult. They have extreme beliefs, and they feel like we need to have our own place. This is just Mormons going to Utah.
Amazing.
And yeah, absolutely. Fred fights them and like doesn't kill everyone, but knocks out a bunch of people and then like dismisses the elementals. And they're like, "Thank you. We didn't really want to work for these creeps. And if there's anything we can do, he's like, please go back to my bog and aid."
Oh, and just fall apart. Yeah.
Yeah, just basically, please aid my people so that we can mitigate these issues until we solve them.
Yeah,
So just to be clear, at the very end of this movie, we absolutely have a Phantom Menace style like celebration scene of all the different planets celebrating.
Yeah.
I feel like
and everything will be okay forever after that.
Exactly. And we'll never have problems again.
Exactly.
And then the after credits scene is absolutely a crack forming in the sediment, the black gold, and you see a dragon egg hatching. It's like a new dragon.
It's got the like velociraptor dinosaur claw thing.
Yeah,
going
and that's
Park.
part of why he was. That's part of why he was looking for it. He's like, dragons are going to go extinct. I need to find this egg that I know is.
Oh, we flipped the script in the sequel. I like that. Yeah. But okay, so they've faced the faux MacGuffin guards.
Mm-hmm.
They have now faced the cult of fracking.
It's the Nestle cult. Come
on.
It's
the Nestle cult. Yeah. And then so now they got to go fight frack.
I feel like what we're missing here is a not necessarily like a reason for the characters being involved, but like what is their what are they contributing to this this big battle that we're building towards? Because like in a classic fantasy story, they either like unlock some power in themselves or like discover some hidden magics that they can use, or something to that effect, or they might end up getting split off into a bunch of different adventures where they have a something key and important to do in the final sequence. But I think they kind of have to have a reason for beyond just like they were the people who stepped up to the fight.
Yeah. Let me posit this. I feel like Posey's coming of age moment, or that moment for her, is when she gets the book and she's the one that heals Gumball. The wizard teaches her how to heal Gumball.
Gumdrop.
Right, same thing.
You were the one who named it.
I know. I'm the worst. And then for Fred, or no, not for Fred, for Tina, it's in the woods. She saves Fred from the wizards out in the woods that are attacking all of them, right? When they get split off. And that's like that's Tina's thing. And then Fred's is when she's fighting, she's fighting the Nestle cult, right? And then for Gumdrop, Gummy, it's fighting Frack. There's something about like Frack has knocked out the others. And I think the idea that Gumball, much like all these little orphaned fantasy boys that don't know what to do with anything, is he doesn't feel like he contributes enough. He doesn't know what he has to offer his village. And it feels like we maybe have a montage of him, like we do the time jump at the beginning, but we didn't do anything. So maybe it's this time jump of him trying to help and like failing at helping in a lot of ways. Like he's just like, oh, here, let me carry that for you, Mr. Other Gnome character. And then like drops the box of mushrooms or whatever. Like, just like for him, it is finally finding the thing he can do to help everybody.
I think Ball
see, it's not just
Snowcap is the main thing that we're missing there is that all the other characters like kind of have a thing that they that we've given to them. Like Posey has magic, and Tina has apparently their unbreakable jaws, so they're just eating a bunch of rocks. I kind of like there being some like weird like Matter Eater Lad style sequence where Tina's just getting stuff thrown at her and she's just chomping through it all the whole way through.
Frack keeps throwing rock and earth that's been dug up from the process, and it's like she's just chomp.
It just makes me stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe Gumdrop is like
Gumball?
No, Gumdrop.
Gumball?
Gummy bear?
Bouncing here and there and everywhere.
Gummy bears.
No, so maybe Gumdrop has like that his father was like a person who did things, of some sort of adventurer, and he like grew up being aware of that and wanting to do that. And so part of this is like, I'm trying to go out and make my dead dad proud.
I'm on my way. I can go the distance.
Yeah. And then figuring out, like, probably in like the climbing of the mountain is like, oh, this isn't about glory for me. This is about saving the world and realigning his priorities.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what the big moment is.
Is dad dead?
Maybe dad isn't actually dead.
Dad isn't dead. Dad just disapproves. It's a How to Train Your Dragon scenario.
Yeah. Dad did it for glory and he succeeded, but he probably shouldn't have, kind of thing. Like he succeeded by circumstance, and that's why he doesn't think that like Gumdrop should do it, because like, oh, you'll get in trouble. Like it won't go well. Like it did for me.
You can't do it because you're not you're not like me, the
yes,
the strong one.
Yeah, and so when Gumdrop finally realizes that is like, I don't need to make my dad proud or prove my dad wrong. I'm doing this because everything depends on this, and so like realigning those priorities. I'm trying to think of what the thing that Gumdrop gets is. Is Gumdrop also magical? Is Gumdrop maybe?
No, I like the idea that it's not the.
Yeah, maybe Gumdrop's thing is just that he realizes that the best thing that he can do for everyone is just to help them out. So he had been like trying to make himself function. He had main character syndrome, really. He really wanted to be that big hero who gets the hero moment. But actually, what he has to do,
Posey.
You give it to Posey.
He has to do something to distract.
He distracts the dragon. Just like talks to the dragon.
Talks to the dragon, dodging, running
like,
up walls, just like being clumsy, and the dragon's just like mocking him mercilessly, and he's just a really good distraction.
This is where Gumdrop finds out that he's a stand-up comedian. He's just Spider-Man.
Real superpower is improv.
Yes, we found a way to make improv cool. It is, I think Gumdrop's special thing is just realizing, like, I don't need to be the one to solve this. I need to just support the people solving it.
I need to be the glue.
And it's his friends. It's the friends he made along the way.
Yeah, it's the found family.
Bring it together,
Yeah, full circle. So she learned some spell and... What's up?
No, I'm sorry. I had a ridiculous idea.
I love it. Go for it.
It was just basically that Tina Rockeater gets swallowed by the dragon and like and cuts her way through his body and eats his heart.
Like Drax and Guardians 2 just like stabs it. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Well, wait, no. How about it's a combination of things, right? So you've got Gumdrop distracting him by calling him out and being like, climate change bad. And then you've got Posey doing some sort of spell, like I think I can do it, but I need him to be weak. And then at some point it's like he's throwing stuff at Tina, realizing like, oh, she's gonna keep catching the stuff in her mouth or whatever, picks her up and eats her. And then, like, through that, the combination of things, and you've just got the bullywog, like, punching the feet or something. Like,
I think the bullywog is holding off the supporters. Is like,
oh, the Nestle cult comes back.
At the mouth of the cavern, just Thor Ragnarok executioner is the Last Stand style. Yes, holding back the assault.
Yeah, so they work together to stop Fracken, and Tina, like, the magic weakens him enough that Tina is able to, like, chew through and get to the heart kind of thing. Yeah. And then drops dead and climbs out, and she's all covered in goo. Is Fred dying? You said last stand. Is it a last stand?
I think maybe it's
He saved his village. He got them water. He sacrificed himself to save the world. And...
maybe it, like, sets it up as he dies. But then when we have the conclusion, it's like he's recovering. He's
oh yeah, she heals him.
Yeah, it's like
she like he's near death and she heals him.
Yeah, it's like she starts crying and her tears heal him.
Yeah, right, exactly. Gnome tears heal everything.
Yeah.
And then the after credit scene, we get the baby dragon, and we flip the script, and the next movie is all about dragons being erased and needing to find their place in the world. There you go.
Yeah,
He's a business dragon. Yeah.
I really want that dragon, like the dwarves to find it, and some dwarf to be like, we need to try and raise this dragon good so it doesn't end up like other dragons.
So do we have any specific casting choices for any of these roles? We have anyone? Frack, I think you got to go Benjamin Cumberbatch. I feel like it's
Benjamin Cumberbatch. What was that?
Benedict Button.
Benedict Button Batch. Benedict Button Mash. Yeah, I think Benedict Cumberbatch as the dragon makes the most sense to me. And maybe also someone else, because that's like his whole shtick.
I feel like it's got to be someone with like it could be other people, but it has to be someone with some sort of gravitas, like a
Ron Perlman,
and Idris Elba, like just like a powerful voice.
I would love for Fred to be played by Charlie Day.
Yes. Who do we think is playing Gumdrop?
That's always the challenge, because I feel like there's a temptation to cast someone who's like really, really cool and interesting, but it actually kind of needs to be someone kind of simple and a little
Oh, you know what? There's the guy in the new Sabrina show that was on Netflix. I can't remember his name, but I think he would kind of fit that bill, because he's not quite like, he played the boyfriend. Yeah, he played Harvey, but they made Harvey a bit more nerdy in the show. I think he could pull off the kind of like down on his luck, I don't know what to do to help everybody kind of charm, but he's not. He's got that main character syndrome, but he's not the main character kind of thing. Like he could. I feel like he could play that well.
I feel like you want to hit the right balance of like, this person could be a sort of like classical leading man, but they are also kind of a little bit white bready, and if you like scratch the surface a little bit, they can you'll get at some insecurities there.
Okay, who do we got for Posey?
Oh man, who's this in my head? I would like to suggest Mandela Stenberg.
That's a good pick.
My big thing now is just like, who are you getting for Tina Rocketer? who is this person?
Oh, I don't know. That's hard.
Yeah, that's a tough. That might be like an open casting call situation.
I want to find. Yeah. Is there anyone in your personal life? Because now I'm thinking about who, like, people I know from like my community theater, and just like, because I think there's the problem is that like, I need a dwarf. I was kind of thinking Dot Marie Jones, who I had foreseen as Coach Beast in Glee, but is just like a great presence, and I love her. So like that's.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yes, 100%.
So that's my suggestion. But I'm also kind of like, and then I think it's very important also that this is a generally diverse world. So I was also trying to think of. Dr. McGuffin is definitely a weird old man, and that could be a lot of different people.
Jeffrey Wright.
Lady. There's no reason that you need to lock that one in.
Sure, but also Jeffrey Wright as McGuffin would be really funny, especially after watching What If. I think he'd be fun for that. Yeah, he was also, what was he? He was just in something we just watched. Oh, he's in the Batman. He plays Commissioner Gordon in the new Batman movie. I kind of like the idea that like I want Ming-Na Wen in here somewhere, like as like either someone back at like one of like she's the mom of someone.
Yeah, I feel like she's like a
mayor,
a leader of one of the
yeah. Do we think it's the Bullywugs or do we think it's the gnomes?
I think it's the Bullywugs.
Yeah.
It's but not the generic Bullywugs, the frog people. Don't sue us.
Yeah, right. Okay, so who are we getting to play Fred?
I said Charlie Day.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did say
yeah.
Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, yeah,
That's
cool.
just perfect. Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
just
what-
that
that's what we
unhinged
do.
energy. I
Yeah.
need that.
And I feel like we need to do some stunt casting for the post-credit scene.
Mhm.
Baby Dragon. Who's our stunt cast? Is it Taylor
what,
Swift?
What? What is the voice? What is the voice that comes out of this
Estelle.
little dragon? That's amazing.
Yeah, right. I feel like
Really
it's
good,
just,
actually. Yeah.
yeah. I think because I love her voice.
I don't know that
and
that counts as stunt casting, but I think it still kind of counts as stunt
should.
casting
Yeah, kind of.
for the type of crowd that would watch this.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Like she could definitely carry the sequel as that character. So I think,
no. Sometime in the future we'll have Reid back on to write the sequel to this.
Yeah.
Is there any? Have we hit everything we want to hit? Do we want to act out a scene?
I think we're at the point where we can act out a scene, but what scene do we act out? I feel like the MacGuffin scene would be fun, where he's like trying to like be like, you could try doing this. I've tried doing this, blah blah blah, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But do you guys have a scene that you want to play out here?
Well, I like the idea of doing that one. Yeah.
Yeah, the MacGuffin
right.
scene. Okay,
Yeah.
who's So let's see. Gumdrop's knocked out.
Gumdrop's unconscious, which is good because
Yeah.
I feel like that's the stealth most boring part, which is true of any good fantasy story, that the person that is ostensibly the lead is the least interesting character. I think
exactly.
we stumbled backwards into the way that all fantasy stories work.
I think either Tina or Fred are resting because they were getting chased by those people, those magicians or whatever. Who do we think's resting? Because then it can be a scene between. It can be a 3-person scene between MacGuffin, Posey, and one of the other two. So who's a more interesting character to have that be involved in that conversation?
I think Fred is resting, so I think that it is MacGuffin, Tina, and Posey Petal.
Okay, great. So who's? I mean, I'm fine being MacGuffin.
It seems. I feel like you have a good cultural knowledge that you can make references to things that are MacGuffins.
Great. Yeah.
And
also
you, Reid,
just
are
crazy old man energy. So.
Yeah. What you talking about?
Yeah, Reid. What, as the guest, do you have between Tina Rockeater and Posey Petal?
Ooh, that's a tough call. I feel like
he was wearing a flower shirt right now.
that is true. Yeah, I can go Tina Rockeater. Yeah.
Excellent. I will be Posey Petal.
Mm.
Yeah, we're in the tower. There's stuff all around. Fred is sitting next to Gumdrop to make sure that he stays stable, and also just to catch his little frog breath. And Dr. MacGuffin is offering suggestions. He's like, oh yes, I think it's all signs are pointing to a dragon, and is offering suggestions to Tina and Posey Petal of what might be able to defeat this dragon. It's like, I don't have the answers, but here are things. So, and action.
I tried thinking about all these different things that could work. I got this one. He holds up a cube, and it's glowing. And he's like, I keep trying to throw it around. It doesn't seem to do anything.
Wow, how does it glow? Is it magic, or is there a fairy inside it?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. Well, let me put that one away. That one might not work. We could do. Well, you know what? I have one for you. Here, take this ring. Okay, put it on. That's weird. It didn't do anything. Okay, wait, give me that back. Okay, I need to look at that one too.
Tina, the more I'm listening to him talk, the more it's like, I don't think this man is even capable of having a big, evil grand scheme.
I think I've understood maybe 5 of the words he said in the last hour.
He talks really fast, and it's like,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh no! Did you say I was evil?
No, I said you were incapable of being evil.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Well, okay. None of those are gonna work. I've got it. Hold on. Let me just. Okay. And he walks over to. There is a sword and a stone, and he tries to pull it out, and he can't. And he's like, give me just 1 second. I'll be right over with it. I think you can use this to definitely deal with the problem. Hold on.
Here, let me try. You're just probably just a little weak. Reach over and just pull it out in one try.
I love the idea that Tina walks over and eats the rock.
Yeah, just bites out. Yeah, that's what I was
Eats
thinking.
the sword and
Tina's
the
like,
stone,
excuse me, just like bites out the sword.
And as you eat around the stone, and he pulls it out, and he's like, "Ah, yeah, here you go." And as he goes to hand it to you, it like shatters because it's so old and
Just
it's
holding
been in
the
the
hilt.
stone forever.
Or just
Yeah.
like eating the stone around it and then accidentally take a bite through the stone itself. Like, oh, was that important? Did we need that? It still looks sharp.
Anything else? Maybe some magic?
Real quick, out of scene question: Did they already healed, or is this going to be the scene where?
I think this could be where he gives the book.
Let me see your hand. Okay, and it looks and does like palm reading or whatever. It's like, you know what? Here, you take this. Hands you a book. I want you to go over to your friend there, and I want you to think long and hard about what your friend means to you, and how important it is that your friend be okay.
Is this like a talk about your feelings kind of thing? Because I'm.
It can be. I've been alone for a long time up here.
I wouldn't have guessed. You seem so put together
Thanks.
and organized.
A bird flies out of his beard.
Yeah, just...
And in that moment, Posy Petal casts her first spell. It brings Gumdrop back from unconsciousness. Oh my god. Oh my goddess. Oh my goddess. I did magic. Tina, I did magic.
Oh my god, something works around here.
Did you think that wasn't going to work?
I mean, I've never. Wait, you were asking him?
Oh, no, I knew it was gonna work. Something around here. These things work. It's just the wrong time of the year for them to work. You know, some only work during full moons and stuff.
That seems not useful. Never mind. Do you think you could do it more?
Me?
Yes, you.
And at that moment, they hear a crashing sound nearby through the trees, and something shakes the tower, and Frack cracks open the tower.
Like an egg.
Like an egg. McGovern's, go hide. And scene.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yep. Great.
That is going to win.
Studios would be out of their mind to not purchase that script.
$300 million opening weekend, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And we have a sequel already lined up. Like, this is
we've got a whole
prime
franchise. Yeah.
Yes.
What's the name of this movie?
Oh.
What is
the pain that went across your face.
Yeah, what is
big surprises in small packages? I can't imagine any problems with that title.
Either you come up with the name and you're like, oh, that's such a good name, and then you're like struggling to write a story that fits inside of it. Or
The Chronicles of Fracking.
Desolation of Frack. No, that's
Long live the frack.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh wait, maybe something about the harvest. The gnomes.
Mycelium runs deep.
Oh, nope. That wouldn't work. I was just gonna say roots. It's a very different story.
That's different.
It's a little. Is it?
Yeah,
I thought they were the same. I feel like
about.
looking back now, I feel like we've retold that.
This does have a lot in common with roots.
It's weird how that played out.
In that this seems like it takes place over the course of like 2-3 days, and Roots takes place over like, I don't know, 80 years. It's roughly similar periods of time.
It's kind of like the quantum realm in Ant-Man. Time moves differently.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like Chronicles, and then of whatever the name of the.
What's the name of the land?
Yeah, what's the land there?
There we go. What's a good fantasy land name?
I feel like the whatever the name of the land is, it has to be like related to that. Like that's the way that you get some of what the theme is for it into the title. So it's related to like nature and um, the natural world and the environment and such.
Yeah.
The Chronicles of thing like Evergreen, something like that. Chronicles of Evergreen.
Sure, it's a working title.
There we go.
Working
Working
title.
title. Marketing will come up with something better.
Yeah.
That's our other podcast.
That's what focus groups are for. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Which we can afford on this high budget.
Very nice.
Absolutely. Do you see the foam panels behind me?
All three of them.
Awesome. That's a story. That's a whole gosh darn story. Reid, thank you so much for writing the story with us.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. You are now contractually obligated to come back and write the sequel at some point.
Yep.
But you have a bit of time to plan.
The next time you're in Pittsburgh, that's when
we'll do
there we
it
go.
in person.
Yep.
Once our own personal dragon, the pandemic.
Yeah, if we survive one of the three dragons that we're currently facing right now.
Yeah.
Great.
John, I'd appreciate if you could tell the people where they can find us.
Yeah, they can find us at We Could Be Clowns on pretty much everything. You can also go to the description of the podcast and find our link tree in the description where you can find all the things, social medias, all the streaming platforms. If you found us on a streaming platform you don't like, we're probably on one you do like. And Reid, where can the good people find you if they want to follow your work?
Twitter, probably, unfortunately. Sorry to the world.
What a bad millennial.
Yeah. You could follow me if you'd like at Palm Reader. That's Palm, like, Palm.
I have regrets.
And Reader as in my name. That's REIDER.
There will be a link to that in the description as well, to spare you having to try to type it.
Figure that one out. That's the
Right?
challenge. Is you have to type that in to find me. You can't look in the show notes. That's cheating. You have to figure it out from what I.
Yeah, we had to
That
come
makes
up with a
sense.
whole
Yeah.
story. Yeah.
You can do your small part. So
Exactly.
thank you again for telling a story. Thank you to the audience for listening. I'm Bob.
I'm John.
Our guest Reid.
Oh, was I supposed to say my
and-
name there?
Could have.
Yeah,
It would have been the moment.
yeah,
But, it wouldn't be
yeah.
a podcast with us if we were.
Yeah. And well, that's a wrap.